Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. This is Road Live. My name is Matt. So last time we had Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I think that was the title. It was like a weird title because it wasn't that great, as in not that memorable. But it was the Nikola Tesla episode, and it was a really good one. I had a lot of fun with it. Like I already mentioned many times that, as I did in the previous video, I just love historicals, and it's weird because it's not even a historical plot. It's just a historical setting, and has a historical figure. But that's all I need, really. Just give me some weird alien nonsense that doesn't really matter, but add Nikola Tesla in it and Thomas Edison, and I'm like, yeah, let's do that. I'm down for that. So that's how I feel about that. I don't know if there's anything else to say. It was just awesome to see Tesla and Edison, and what was that like, at least in a dramatized setting. And it was nice to see him, just be this visionary for the future and consistently pushing for progress, really. And there was like a really good moment when he was like, my thoughts are for the sake of progress, but you are not my definition of progress, which was it was when the aliens tried to say, hey, go build some shit for us so we can blow a planet, and he's like, no, that's not my idea of progress, man. So that was cool. And it was cool how at the end it was like, yeah, let people say whatever they want to say, they live in the present, but I work for the future. And it was just pretty nice. So that was a really nice episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So now we're moving forward into episode 5, I believe. I have it ready. I think we can just jump into it. So Doctor Who Series 12, episode 5. Let's go. Fugitive of the Judoon by Binay Patel. I think Binay Patel, that guy, I think he wrote Demons of the Punjab. Okay, so this episode is already set at high standards. For a second I thought that was like younger Grace.
Alright, Monday, do your worst. We've talked about this.
Oh, I know you're with Lee, but you deserve better.
Is that an actual dossier?
Yes,
okay.
Lee, my Lee dossier.
Oh, come on.
He hardly talks to anyone, cuts his own hair, gets weird books out from the library, claims that his family's from around here, but I can't find anyone who knew them. How can you trust that?
Okay, I was 3 for 4 on that description, by the way. Okay, so we got Lee, who is a suspicious man, who looks like a spy. It really does look like a Judoon. I missed the Judoon. I kind of wish the title didn't tell me the name of the episode, because I would have been like, yeah, Judoon, let's fucking go. Because it's been so long since I saw these guys. How long has it been? Has it been since like series 4?
She's doing it again.
That thing where
Spending hours at the controls looking for something. Things we haven't noticed.
I'll ask her.
You're talking out loud.
Hey, Doc, what are you looking for?
Are you not that far away?
How long have you been there? 20 minutes? You haven't.
I like the scary over thing. That...
The master.
Okay, she's looking for him.
He left a message for me.
Saying what?
It's personal.
Okay, not gonna tell him. I like this. I like this.
Is that where you go? When you leave us to explore and you say you'll be back in an hour, but you never are. Are you out looking for him? Where do you go? Home. On my own.
You should share.
Why? Why not with us?
Yeah. I like this version of the 13th Doctor being explored.
Because you ask too many questions.
Maybe because we're worried about you? I mean, one minute you're all smiles, next minute your mind's somewhere else.
Yeah. Judoon. Okay, they interrupted a very important talk. It would have been great.
Just might be able to slip us in before anyone gets killed.
I thought you said they were the police.
Trigger happy police.
So the police. It's funny because the TARDIS should... Well, okay. The TARDIS should translate them, but it doesn't, just because it's cool to have the Judoon talk. Just because their language is actually like iconic to them. Oh yeah, scanning to see if you're... Oh, it's just the exact same as in Series 3. Is it Lee? Is it fucking Lee?
Why didn't you let it go?
You want to take this outside?
Stop asking me that every time I come in here for a latte.
Okay, what's happening between the two of us?
Through here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that. That's the worst cake I've ever seen.
Hold on.
Ruth, I've been looking everywhere for you.
I know, right? What the?
On the counter, there's a dossier. It's really thorough.
The information on Lee. What does it say?
That's it, you big lump.
Oh my god, dude, really?
Sentence execution.
Well,
Sentence complete.
that was really stupid.
They can't be after you. They're aliens. They got the heads of rhinos. You're from Stroud Lee.
Okay, so Lee is an alien of sorts. He did say humans earlier, so yeah. Is there gonna be a twist though?
We'll take over from here.
Negative. Mission must be fulfilled by the contracted troop. Judoon Engagement Article 163B.
Okay,
That article is overridden by local Earth Law 12. Liaison Officer Khan. Absolutely correct, 100%. Rule 12. Massive. Give me 10 Earth minutes and we can have this resolved for you.
5 minutes.
9.
4.
Fine. I'll take 5.
oh my god.
Do that. Where's Graham?
I know, he literally vanished. Yeah, what the fuck happened? What's this? This kind of looks like a...
Seriously, not a muscle. Working on the movement sensors. If you even flinch, it'll set off the laser spikes. Trust me, they get everywhere.
Okay.
By the way, looking good.
What? Is someone you know?
Coming to join you. You can get excited now.
You miss me, right?
He thinks that's the doctor!
Still cheeky.
Oh my god.
Regeneration can change that. Gotta say, loving the gray at the temple. Kinda distinguished, yet still sexy.
There's so much to process right now, I'm sorry.
How you been, Doctor?
4 minutes.
Not gonna lie, I
Might
kind
be
of
able to
stopped
stop him,
caring
but I need to-
about this part of the story. I just want to go back to Graham and Jack because holy shit.
If you have any idea why the Judoon are pursuing you, you have to tell me right now.
Baby. Baby. Maybe. That's what I'm immediately... Yes! Let's go back. What's happening? Did you explain? He stole the...
Shit, you think I choose this look? Doesn't even have a bar.
Oh, I missed you, Jack, so much.
You're not just kidding me.
Okay,
You're
he did
really
talk.
not the Doctor.
No, my name's Graham. I just travel with the doc.
Ha! Which is why the scoop read the wrong signal.
Captain Jack Harkness at your service. Me and the Doc, we go way back.
Yeah.
This is important.
Serious
He
one.
needs to know the future of the universe is at stake.
Okay,
Not he,
something
she.
important. It's gonna be like, hell yeah! Yeah!
This I gotta see.
Of course Jack would be like, yeah! Let's fucking go. Dude, Jack hit me so hard. I cannot focus on whatever the fuck else is happening in the episode. I'm sorry. Okay, they have something that is not from Earth. Dude, do you know? Dude? My man?
Give me the box. I can take care of this.
No, you can't.
Please explain.
Who are you really?
It's none of your business.
You take Ruth, we'll go out the front and distract the space feds.
Do you think that'll work?
Come on.
No, because I'm not going anywhere without Lee.
I'm a police officer. I speak their language at a bit of stalling by time to get them away. I don't want you using that.
Jack got the other two. And Jack's gonna be like, hey, I got him. And then it's like, I got her. Keeping my pro... What, follow? I feel like...
Property now under Judoon.
I feel like I should have been paying attention to that.
What are we doing here?
Short answers. This guy, stolen ship, being fired at.
We need to get back. And who are you? Young. I like you young. But Silver Fox said she, not he. So you, not you.
No. No. You got everyone but
I
her.
hope you kept the receipt for the scoop.
Seriously? 3 of you? I had a dream about this once.
Commander Gap.
What the
Your
okay.
presence is not required.
Little box.
Sentiment was always going to be your downfall. You kept it.
My service medal. Honor and courage still means something.
I agree. See, this is the problem with our identical training. I'm sorry it has to end this way. You got so close to escaping. Faithful companion.
I was thinking maybe there's... Because he looked at a picture of Ruth. I think that's what it did, because I wasn't paying that much attention. And he said, kept my promise, and... Well, maybe it was like a heartfelt thing. Never mind. Maybe I'm thinking too hard of it. Follow the light, break the glass. I don't know. What the fuck is happening? Does she know something too? But the scan that the doctor did earlier said that she's human too, so... Jack is gonna TP us out of here, isn't he?
Execution.
They just showed the video feed.
That is a violation of your contract.
They didn't show to be too shocked by that.
Fugitive identified.
Non-human. Wait.
Biological shielding decrypted.
Oh, it was her. Yeah. Who is she?
The thing about bullies, there's always a weak spot.
Oh.
Who are you?
Yeah. I want to know too. Does she not know? Like, does it only comes back to her at points and then it goes back up?
The doctor needs us.
Listen, kid. Working with some low-rent equipment here.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Oh, she likes some mouthy then, huh?
Yeah, one up from Cheesy.
Ooh, okay. He's my favorite.
Every line that comes out of Jack's mouth. God bless John Barrowman.
Is she safe?
We can hope.
I know my own life. I'm Ruth Clayton. I am 44. I'm married. I'm a tour guide. And I am scared.
She's human, except when she's not. Yeah.
You received a message just before you turned into Jackie Chan. Follow the light, break the glass.
Happy birthday.
Ruth.
What?
I don't think you are who you say you are, or who you think you are. The light, the glass.
Yeah, she remembers something. She saw something when she's... Yeah.
Anti-theft attack system. Oh, well, now I'm offended. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta get out of here. I got about a minute before the ship's nanogenes attack my body. Just tell her this. I'm gonna see her again. Maybe not soon. When she needs me, I'll be there. In the meantime, tell her, beware the lone Cyberman. You don't know what a Cyberman is yet, do you?
No. What are they?
I got a feeling we're gonna know
evil.
This season.
In ruins right now. Brought down to nothing. Finally. But that could all change. If she doesn't listen to this message. To defeat them, the Alliance sent this thing back through time, across space. Always the nanogenes. I gotta go. I've set the scoop for return. It should take you back to where you were. Tell the doctor, the lone Cyberman.
Okay.
Don't give it what it wants.
Okay. Okay.
Tell her.
Beware the lone Cyber... God damn it. The doctor's not gonna get to meet Jack this episode. God fucking damn it.
I promise you, I'm your best hope of finding out who you are and staying alive.
Follow the light, break the glass.
What are you seeing or hearing?
Nothing.
Her parents weren't human, maybe? Wait.
Why have a blank gravestone?
Yeah, it's blank. It has some green stuff in it. Is this some alien bullshit? Some alien tablet thing? Break glass. Oh, shit. She's gonna uncover it, whatever it might be. And this is gonna be something bad. Is that Time Lord juice? Is that Time Lord energy? It looks like Time Lord energy. It absolutely is. Fuck you. That's all. Okay. It's the fucking It's the fucking TARDIS. The TARDIS. I thought, oh my fucking god, what's happening? I am so gone. I have no.
A bit confused right now.
Yes, I am. Where did you get that outfit?
Hello, I'm the doctor. I'm a traveler in space and time.
And that thing buried down there is called a TARDIS. Time and relative dimension in space. You're gonna love this.
It's a different TARDIS and everything.
And who are you, really? Truly?
I told you, love, I'm the Doctor.
You can't be.
Yeah, why's that?
Because I'm the Doctor.
You have got to be kidding me.
So none of you is a
How can I
future.
look like you?
You don't. You're in my future, not the other way around.
Oh my god, yeah. They don't know
I've
each
never been
other,
anything like
so.
you. Trust me, I'd remember, especially that shirt. That's not possible. Unless it is. But what would that mean? Doesn't make sense. Stop doing that. Oh,
same brain.
I should know you, or you should know me.
Agreed.
At least some fuckery happened in the middle.
Hey, try asking that cute little gizmo of yours. Yeah, that's the one.
And the
I did.
screwdriver.
I used it on you, but it couldn't decrypt the bio shield. If you've been restored.
Are you like an alternate timeline version?
Same person.
The
But you don't recognize a sonic screwdriver.
Smart enough not to need one.
Oh yeah, nothing screams smart like a laser rifle.
Yeah.
I stored that before hiding, because I knew Gat would come one day.
You've been hiding on Earth. You used the chameleon arch
Yeah.
to hide your identity, to hide your mind, even from yourself.
Yeah.
That's why the Sonic didn't pick it
Okay,
up. And
okay,
Lee was your
okay.
protector.
Okay. I have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Let me do the talking. Do not get involved, because if you really are me and Gat figures that, she'll kill us both.
Come on, I thought you'd hired the Judoon. Who are you? I'm
Imperial Regulator.
sort of. Bit of a fib. Sorry. Actually, I'm...
She's
No.
nobody.
Fine. I'm nobody. Absolutely nobody. See, I know why you want her. You've got a contract, fair enough, but you want her dead because she left her job.
Shut up.
Is that what she told you?
Have you got a better idea?
I do, actually. My favorite. The curveball and the Judoon. You wanted to find the Doctor?
Oh.
Well, here I am.
Will you be quiet?
Go on. Scan me.
Subsection 951 triggered. 2 fugitives. 2 payments.
It'll destroy the time streams before you get anywhere near Gallifrey.
What did you say?
Gallifrey contracted you. You're a time lady?
You're from home.
I serve for the glory of Gallifrey.
Then both of you can only be my past. But that's impossible because I know my own past. I lived through it. All of it.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I've seen Gallifrey destroyed twice.
Yeah.
First by a war, second by a lunatic I'm still trying to find. In my time, Gallifrey doesn't exist.
I am so confused.
What did you see?
I don't know what trickery this is.
Put the gun down, Gat.
But it ends here!
Don't do this.
It backfired on her. You planned this, did you?
You knew that would happen.
Yeah, she planned it.
Sabotaged the gun.
I
Yeah.
told her not to do it. I begged her not to fire.
But you knew she would.
Don't take the moral high ground with me.
Crime has been witnessed.
No crime. Entered interstellar space 12 seconds ago. No one has jurisdiction in interstellar space. So no laws and no crime.
What the fuck is happening?
It can't be me. I know what I've done. I know my own life.
One of us has to be wrong.
Either it's an alternate universe version, or it's like, some fuckery happened in the middle. But the other time lady didn't know either, so
There she is. Doctor!
yeah, what the fuck just happened?
I guess what happened to us.
Captain Jack Harkness said hello.
What?
Right?
Beware the lone Cyberman. Do not let it have what it wants at all costs.
Who is he anyway? An old friend.
Kinda cheesy.
Yeah, it was great.
Good cheesy. That's Jack.
Said that they were a fallen empire and they should stay that way.
It was Ruth. But Ruth was me. How's that possible?
I don't know.
Something's coming for me. I can feel it.
Let it come. You've got us.
Ryan. I've lived for thousands of years. So long I've lost count. I've had so many faces. How long have you been here? You don't know me. Not even a little bit. Don't talk to him like that.
Yeah, I'm not having that. We do know who you are. You're the woman that brought us together. The woman that saved us and loads of other people.
This scene is so fucking good, by the way.
You're the doctor. Whoever you were in the past or are in the future, we know who you are right now.
The best person we know.
And whatever is coming for you, we'll be here. Because we're your mates.
Well, not just mates. Family. So, whether you want to go looking for whatever trouble's coming, or whether you want to wait here and let it come to you, we'll be right here, by your side, like it or not. Doctor, let's go.
Okay. There's gonna be a lot to talk about now. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. Oh my fucking god. Okay, full length. See you on the YouTube. I forgot how to pronounce YouTube just now because my brain is just fried. Okay, see you there. Woo! Is that the best episode of the Jodie Whittaker era? It might be. I'm comparing it to Punjab and Nikola Tesla and I guess Rosa and I guess the Dalek one. And it might be the best one. Oh my fucking god, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. Because I don't know what happened. So at the very beginning of the episode, I was like, I wish they didn't put the Judoon on the title because I wouldn't, you know, it would have been like a surprise and it would be like, oh, the Judoon are back. Yeah, it's been so long since we saw them. But never mind that shit. That doesn't matter anymore. I was gonna talk about, oh yeah, man, it was nice to see the Judoon again. I missed the Judoon. It's been so long, and then it's like, no, we're just gonna throw Captain Jack Harness in there, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, not a lot, just enough for you to just be like, yo. And then we're just gonna take him away, and that's gonna be it. He's not even gonna see the Doctor. Okay? They're just teasing us. I bet all of his scenes were recorded in like one day. They had John Barrowman come in for like one day, and they say, dude, do you want to be on Doctor Who again? He was like, fuck it, hell yeah, let's go, baby. And then he did. And they just recorded everything in a single day, because he was only in the spaceship set. And he only had like 3 scenes. Like with Graham, and then when he a second scene with Graham, and then Ryan and Yas, and then a second scene with Ryan and Yas, and I think the 5th one when he just disappeared. And most of the scenes were just like, oh, we're being shot at, this spaceship sucks, oh, I'm talking with the other companions a little bit, and that's all I needed, really. Like, oh my god, like, Jack is so fun. Jack is such a fun character, man. Like, it's like, I enjoy Graham. I enjoy Ryan and Yas. But when you bring Captain Jack and put them side to side, it's like, okay. It's like, alright, then, like, oh my god. Like, I don't want to make a comparison, but it is such a unique character, isn't he? Captain Jack. So the only reason why Captain Jack was even in my general mind space in the recent like year was because I heard about the Harkness test, which is the funniest shit ever. Yeah, I'm bringing the Harkness test. I don't give a shit. The Harkness test. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the Know Your Meme page, but it's amazing because it's a hypothetical set of guidelines for would it be permissible to have sex with a fictional non-human creature, and the criteria. It's a single image. It's the Harkness test, and it has a picture of Joe Barrowman. And the criteria is 1. Does it have human intelligence or greater? 2. Can it talk or otherwise communicate with language? 3. Is of sexual maturity with its species. If the answer to all 3 is yes, you can fuck it. If it's no to any of them, no. And then there is a second picture. Well, there's the actual drawings of like a snake monster. I'm gonna put it on screen, but it's just a snake monster, and someone is saying, "Are you an adult?" And it's just like, "Do you want to fuck?" And it's like, okay, you can't fuck that. But if you say you're an adult, and the snake monster says yes, and then you ask them, "Do you want to fuck?" and the snake monster also says, "Yeah, let's do it," it's okay. That's the Harkness test. And I'm so happy that is Captain Jack's legacy. That is Captain Jack's legacy because holy shit, Captain Jack was only there for half a season in season 1, in series 1. Was it half? Because when was The Empty Child? Was it episode 6? The Empty Child. Episode 9? Not even half. He was there for episode 9, which was The Empty Child, Dr. Dance's 10, Boomtown 11, Bad Wolf 12, Pardon of the Waste 13. Okay, that's a solid 5. 5 is good. It's half of the season that we have right now. Because I think back then it was 13 episodes. So, okay, so he was there for 5 episodes. That was enough for everyone to just be like, yo, this character is the shit. And I know they brought him back. And they giving me some fucking show, man. Like, they brought him back for series 4. No, for series 3, what am I saying? He was there for Utopia, Son of Drums, and what was the final one? Last of the Timeless. He was there for 3 more episodes in series 3, and then he was there for the season 4 finale with Stolen Earth and Journey's End. So he was there for 2 more episodes, so he was there for a total of 10 episodes with Jack in Doctor Who, yeah. And then he has his own fucking show, man. He has Torchwood. Like, okay, legit. This past few days, I've been thinking about, we're gonna be done with series 12 in like next month or month and a half. We're gonna be done with that. So I was thinking, I need to replace that episode slot with something else. And I was like, yeah, what can it be though? And I was thinking about maybe we'll do another poll. We're probably gonna do that. And then I'm like, but like Doctor Who has like kind of its own culture, and it's like it will forever be there. Doctor Who would always forever be there, the Doctor Who community, because like Doctor Who is never dead. It's always alive. It will just come back next year or 2 years from now or whatever, right? And even if it does get canceled again, I would be inclined to believe that it will come back again in like a decade. So, and I'm not saying that will happen, but I'm like, Doctor Who will forever be there. Like, dude, I'm doing like once a month. I'm recording a serial for classic Doctor Who, which is like a fucking. The episodes themselves can be like 40 years old, and I'm just sitting there watching and having a great time, and people show up to watch them. Like, so Doctor Who will forever be there. So I was thinking, maybe I can replace Doctor Who with something Doctor Who, and then I'm like, can't really do classic because of the nature of the like 25-minute episodes. It would be kind of weird unless I do a full serial, but then that's too long. Maybe not. And I was like, I could do Torchwood. I said I would do Torchwood. I should do Torchwood. I hear really good things about Torchwood. and I really like Captain Jack. So this past few days, I was thinking, I think when I'm done with Series 12, I'm just gonna start watching Torchwood. And now I feel like I have to. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to. I want to too. Like I don't think I have any other show that I really want to watch as a replacement. So I guess we're doing Torchwood then. Don't take that as a confirmation, but know that I am very into the idea of doing Torchwood right now, especially now, because this also reminded me how great of a character Jack Harkness is. Captain Jack is the shit, man. Like, every line that came out of his mouth, it was a combination of the line as well as John Barrowman's delivery. Like, John Barrowman is such a fun guy. He really is. And, like, so I haven't seen many things with him, but I've seen him around on like clips and heard some of the stuff that he says, and I'm like, John Barrowman sounds like a fun guy, and it sounds like Captain Jack is like the perfect character for that guy. So I'm like, he's just a perfect character almost, like legit. Like we don't have fun characters like that anymore, I don't think. But then again, we never really had fun characters like that. Like, Captain Jack was so unique because of that. And I think he brings so much into the table now. Because, like, I would say that the cast of characters we have right now in the Judoon era is more or less, like, I'm trying to phrase this in a way that doesn't come off as, like, bad, because that's not the intention. But I feel like it's kind of on the vanilla side. And that is not to say that it's bad, because vanilla is a great flavor for a lot of people, right? But it's, I would say, a lot of, like, our main crew with Jody, Graham, Ryan, and Yes. I would say more than anything, Yes, then Ryan, then Graham, and then the Doctor, in that order, is who is, like, more plain-ish, kind of thing. Like, I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't come off as bad, because that's not the intention, but it's like, I feel like they're not as fun characters as some of the others we've had. Like, fucking Nordol. Nordol was the shit. He was just a great guy. He was just so fun, right? But they strike me as somewhat plain. And, like, that's fine, because, like, Rose from Series 1 and 2 also kind of struck me kind of plain. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't enjoy his Rose that much because of it. She just felt like a regular chick. But then that was kind of the magic of it, right? Just like a weird alien space that has lived from hundreds, then thousands of years, and this just regular chick. And I feel like you can also apply that to these three guys, and I think Graham is fantastic. I think Ryan can have good moments, and I feel like Yas is kind of underdeveloped, but she can still be a good character. She can still serve as a conduit for the audience more than the other two. So she's fine. It's great to have her there. But Jack is just like charisma modifier +5. Like, dude, Jack is just so fun. Everything he says is fun, and it has so much personality to it. And it's like that's what I want. I want a character with a strong personality. I feel like, yeah, that's what I want, because I feel like Graham has like a sort of strong personality. Like you can get a really good read on what kind of person Graham is. I think you can get a good read on what the Doctor is like now, the 13th Doctor. Like I already talked about her, and we're gonna talk about her here in like a couple minutes. Just bear with me with this, but I feel like Ryan and Yas don't have that strong of a personality, but Jack does. Jack has a 11 out of 10 personality, not in like a ranking thing, but in like a how hard he goes on everything he does and says. Like, when he figured out the doctor was a woman, he was like, oh, yeah, I've been waiting for it. It's like, oh my god, that's so fucking good. I love that so much. Everything that came out of his mouth was perfect. Just big kudos to Captain Jack Harkness as a character. The way they wrote him in general, as well as in this episode, felt very good. And John Barrowman, man. John Barrowman is the shit. He's so good. Oh my god. Ah. Man, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And the other thing too is that, like, he only showed up to deliver a message to the doctor saying, like, beware of the lone Cyberman, whatever. Okay, here's the thing. Is that they teased us, it didn't get to meet the doctor. But I think they're saying that he will come back this season. Or maybe next one, even, just as a stretch. But I think he will show up again. I think we're gonna have like 3-4 more episodes that are like whatever, random one-off stories. The finale, that might be a two-parter. Let's say maybe the finale is a two-parter. So Jack is gonna show up in it. I'm gonna have the Lone Sermon, whatever the fuck, Dr. Ruth, whatever the fuck that was about, that the Gallifrey shit, the Master shit, the Timeless Child shit. Yeah, that sounds like a lot to throw in a single episode. Let's do 2. Let's say the finale is gonna be 2. Calling it right now. So we're in episode 5, so 6, 7, 8. We have 3 more episodes that we're just gonna do whatever. We're just gonna have one-off adventures. Jack, Master, Ruth, Timeless Child, fucking all of this crazy shit with the Gallifrey and whatever the fuck. That's gonna come in episode 9 and then the finale. And that's gonna be it. That's what I would assume. Because, like, okay, so what I'm thinking about is that, like, maybe John Barrowman doesn't come back. And that would be the biggest bummer ever, right? If he doesn't come back again for the finale, he'd just give you, like, one cryptic message. Which he has done before. By the way. He has done that before. As the face of Bo. Because he did say, "You're not alone," and that translated into Yana, which was Professor Yana, which was the Master in Utopia. He has literally done that before. Just gave one cryptic message, and then at the finale you're like, "That's what he meant." It's like, okay. So maybe he won't show back, but even in that case, he was there. Even in that case, Jack was in Utopia as Jack. So I think he will be back for the finale, and especially because I'm thinking about it now, and it's like Jack left without getting to see the doctor. That is such a tease. People would have loved to see how that went down. But I think that the fact that he didn't get to see the doctor means that he will be back. I think that the fact that he didn't get to see the doctor is like a promise. It's like a promise of, like, he will see the doctor. Not right now, later. But he will see her. And I'm just excited for that now. Because that to me might as well just be a confirmation that he will be back for the finale. And given, I would have loved to have Jack as like a fuck it, let's have a squad of 5 people traveling around. I don't give a shit. Give me 5 people. Let's fucking go, baby. I would have loved to see that. No. They're not doing that because I think it would cause more problems than anything. As well as the fact that it's like no, like Jack is here as like a special guest. He's not here as a cast member, right? He was already a cast member like once. That's the problem with Jack, man. Is that Jack is like a cast. He's not a cast member that stays. He's only like a special guest every time. because he was he was there in season 1 for 5 episodes. I still don't consider that a regular cast member because he wasn't a regular cast member for the first 2 episodes. He was just some dude in the setting. But then he decided to tag along. Well, we brought him along for at the end of Dr. Dances. Then in Boomtown, it wasn't a regular story. He was just there for it. And then it was the finale 2-parter. So he didn't really travel with them. Well, at least not on camera. He didn't travel with them. He just, they went to get fuel. And then the finale happened with the Dalek. And that was it. He didn't get to travel as, a regular cast member that traveled with him. And then in Utopia, he had to grab the TARDIS physically and be dragged through the time vortex all the way to Utopia, to the end of the universe. And that's all that happened. And then the whole thing with the Master and it's the Prime Minister UK, whatever. And then he was, again, another special guest at the season 4 finale. So he was never a regular cast member. And I kind of wish he was. I kind of wish that, episode 1 is just, here's Jack, and then he's like, hey, Doctor, would it be okay if I tag along for a little bit? And the Doctor's like, fine. And then we have him for 1 season. That would be the greatest thing ever. That would be the greatest shit ever, man. I maybe that wouldn't work because of he's immortal and whatever, and that's why the Doctor run away from him in Utopia. So I don't know, man. Oh yeah, now that we're talking about Jack, I also want to say that I think I remember reading that he was supposed to be in A Good Man Goes to War, I want to say. I could be wrong. It was a Matt Smith episode where they just wanted to get a ton of people. I think it was A Good Man Goes to War, right? Where he recruited a ton of people. And I think they wanted to have him recruit John Barrowman, Jack Harkness. They're basically the same person. And apparently he was unavailable because he was recording the final season for Torchwood or some shit. So they just couldn't get him in it at that date when they were filming A Good Man Goes to War. And reading that made me so sad. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't enjoy the Matt Smith era nearly as much as some other people did. I remember, I keep seeing people that say that Matt Smith era is their favorite, or that they enjoy the stories in it more than, I don't know, Capaldi era, and I'm like, it's my least era of the show, the Matt Smith one. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. And if A Good Man Goes to War had Jack in it, that would have been my favorite episode of the whole era. And I'm just like, fuck, man, we missed that. Fucking Torchwood. I mean, Torchwood is apparently a good show, and I'm gonna watch it too. So I don't want to talk shit on it, but it's dude, we missed the opportunity, but not anymore because he's back. He's back, and he's here, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, we talk a lot about Jack Harkness, 20 minutes. That's fine. Jack deserves a lot of talk. However, we need to talk about some of the other shit that happened. A lot happened in this episode. A fucking lot. Okay. I'm gonna actually just scroll through the episode or whatever. Just what the actual fuck did I just watch? Because the beginning of the episode is we're following this woman, Ruth, and there's this one guy, Lee, and it's they're following them, chasing them or whatever. And it's yeah, we're following some dude, and then you just have Barrowman. And then turns out, like halfway through the episode, we learn that halfway through the episode, we learn that that woman is like something else. She has like an alter ego or some shit. The dude dies. He didn't matter. And then it was a roller coaster, man. Holy shit. I'm actually gonna go watch like reactions to this episode after this because, like, dude, what the fuck? But okay. Let's try and keep on track, okay? So, where do I start? Okay, I'm gonna talk about character arc for the 13th Doctor. I think that's a good starting point. I'm just gonna leave the juicy shit for the end because what the fuck, right? I can't even talk about that. But, okay, I really like what they did with the 13th Doctor here because I have had people saying, I've read people saying that the 13th Doctor feels a little plain and that she has like one thing that she's doing all the time, which is she's just like a happy puppy running around. And it's like, yeah, it's like, I would say that she is like a, I don't know, like a mixture of Tennant and Smith, but like even more, even nicer, if that makes any sense. Because like Matt Smith was like hyperactive like a puppy, but he was also like deceiving, I would say. David Tennant was a lot more honest and nicer, but he was also like not super reserved, but somewhat. Jodie feels like a very honest, somewhat vulnerable version of the Doctor. When it feels like this Doctor is like finally just free to enjoy the universe. And she's just happy to be there. And she's just happy to hang out with people she likes. Right? That's the 13th Doctor's personality, I would say. She's just happy to have fun with the people she loves. Which is Graham, Yas, and Ryan. She's just enjoying her time. And it's not even like... How do I put this? Like, she's not even trying to hide it. She's like super... She shows it. And I don't think anyone ever did show it as much as Jodie does. And that's a good thing. I really like that. That is her most defining characteristic, I would say. However, Gallifrey died again this season. So, and they had it in like 2 or 3 scenes where she was just like looking dreadful or like distant, and it was like, okay, we're maybe gonna we're gonna explore that place of like, what would the 13th Doctor be like when she's put in this situation where like, your planet's gone again, everyone's dead, sorry, and that guy killed them all, and it's like, but I saved it, but like, I can't. It's like, it's so sad and it's terrible, and now we actually get to see her go through that, and we've seen her again in like 2 or 3 scenes across the season, but the episodic nature of the show, where we got a new story every episode almost, it's like, it's difficult to carry that over across the episodes without it feeling like it's not part of the episode, right? Because like in the, what episode was it? Was it like Orphan 55 or like, was it Tesla? But like in some of those episodes, they saw the Doctor that was like a little distant, and they were asking her if everything was okay, and she was like, yeah, it's fine. And then we moved on with the episode, and that was it. It was just like a one mention for like 20 seconds, and that was it. But in this episode, they actually made a thing out of it, where at the very beginning, the Doctor is like, she's super distant and she's just like looking for something. She's doing her shit with the TARDIS, just trying to find something. And everyone's just sitting and looking at her, talking to each other like she's doing that thing again. And then they just ask her, and the doctor is like, how long have you been there? 20 minutes? No, you're lying to me. And it's like, the doctor is like so gone, she just doesn't even realize that they're just there and they're just talking. And then they're like, doctor, you need to tell us what's going on. Like, you can share with us, it's fine. You should talk about this. And it's like, eventually she says, like, yes, I'm looking for the master. And I don't remember everything she says, but it looked like she was gonna say what actually happened with the Gallifrey stuff, and then they got interrupted by the Judoon shit. But okay, I want to see this in again because it was really good. So the doctor is like, okay, so they ask her, like, is that where you go whenever you just leave us on a planet and just say, like, hey, go explore, I will be back in an hour, and then you never do? Is that what you do? You go out there looking for the master? And then she's like, they ask her, like, where do you go? And then it shows that she's going to Gallifrey every time, just looking at the dead planet, I guess. And then, yeah, she says home. And then she goes on my own. And everyone's like, why not with us? And then the doctor says a very defensive, aggressive line, which is, because you ask too many questions. Which was a little bit like, oh, I never seen you like this, Jodie Whittaker. Holy shit. And then the comeback line that comes from Graham, which is amazing. It's, maybe because we're worried about you. And you get to see a little bit, the doctor has this like glare on her face of like, holy shit. Like, she just realized what it's like for them. Because she's been too in her own head about this the whole time. And they go like, I mean, 1 minute you're all smiles, next minute your mind's somewhere else. And she has this full look of like, yeah, like, holy shit, I didn't realize, but I should probably talk to them about this. And then they get interrupted by the Judoon shit and all that. So, never mind that. It was nice to see the Judoon back. I said that already. Never mind that shit. At the end of the episode then, there was this one moment where the doctor literally just tells them, like, okay, so Ruth, the fugitive was Ruth, but Ruth was me. But she can't be me. She can't be my past because I know all of it. But she apparently isn't my future either, so... what? Right? And then the doctor goes, time is strolling around me, Master, Captain Jack, Ruth. Something's coming for me. And then Ryan is like, you've got us. And then the doctor goes like, Ryan, I lived for thousands of years, how long I've lost count. I had so many faces. How long you been here? You don't know me. Not even a little bit. And then, this is like, it's difficult to pick a favorite scene from this episode, but this one might be it. And it's the fact that the doctor goes like, I lived for so long. I even forgot how long I've been alive. I have so many faces. I've done so much shit. You don't know me. And then Yas goes, don't talk to him like that. And then Ryan goes, yeah, I'm not having that. And they're like offended by the fact that she said that. And I like that. Because I don't think there has been a single moment in the last 1.5 seasons where the doctor has said something that they went like, what the fuck? Everyone has always been like, yeah, okay. And that helps feeling like they're more like a conduit more than they are actual people. But the fact that she said that, first of all, was great because of character and what she's going through. Second, because Yas and Ryan both went, what the fuck? Don't talk to him like that. He's like, yeah, I'm not taking that. And then there's this like really good line where Ryan is just like, we know who you are. You're the woman who brought us together, the woman that saved us, and lots of other people. Like, we've seen that. And the Doctor's like taken aback by that, because it's like, I like this because the Doctor is so lost in her own head because of the situation is so fucked and so confusing that she's just like freaking the fuck out, having an identity crisis almost. And she's having that to the point that she rejects her own gang, her fam. She's rejecting them. She's like dismissive of them because like they are not her and they cannot understand the whole situation or the scope of things. But I like that they go like, Doctor, what the fuck are you saying? It's like, no, listen, like, we know who you are because we've seen you do all these crazy, amazing things. And it's been great. You helped us a lot. You help people we know. You helped all of these people that we've seen on the travels. You've been a fantastic person the whole time. And that's who you are. You're the Doctor. And we know you because we've seen all of this. I want to keep watching this scene again. And it's, wherever you are in the past or in the future, we know who you are right now. And everyone's like, yeah, right. The best person we know. And whatever is coming for you will be here. Because we're your mates. And then it's not just mates, we're family. Yeah. So whether you want to go looking for whatever trouble's coming, or whether you want to wait here and let it come to you, we'll be right here by your side. Like it or not, Doctor. That was great. Because that's the lowest point we've ever seen the 13th Doctor at. Like, that's the lowest point her character has been at. And it feels like her character has not had an arc. Has only been consistent across what kind of character she's like. After Gallifrey blew the fuck up and met the Master, and now this, she's at the lowest she's ever been. She's sad. She's depressed. She's going through a lot, to the point that she's fucking in her own head about the whole situation. She's ignoring the people around her and dismissing them, which is a bad thing to do, by the way. And this is something that you can see in people in real life, by the way. If you ever meet someone who's depressed, chances are they're probably gonna be really, they might be like really defeatist and just saying like, oh, this is awful, this is why terrible things always happen, like, that sucks, that's terrible. And whenever someone tries to cheer them up, they go like, oh, of course you would do that, like, you don't even know what it's like to be. And it's like, you're dismissing someone that is trying to help. And given sometimes the help is not something that's going to help, or sometimes the help is just not enough. But at the same time, a lot of people who are depressed reject the outside world, not willingly, but because they think about the things that make them sad so much, because they're so either worried, because they think about it and it's like, that's fucked up, and it's something that you keep thinking about because it's always constantly on your mind because it makes you sad, that you are not actually realizing that the world around you is still moving and people around you are still there. And the Doctor, it's having one of those moments. It's totally understandable, and it's fantastic that's happening, because the Doctor, like, finally she's at this point where it's like, she can't escape this. She can't run away from those thoughts. Everything is so fucked, and she's like, she's just having a crisis. She's just ignoring everybody. And of course, when Ryan is trying to help, he's like, we're gonna be here with you. The Doctor is like, it's like, Ryan, you didn't even know me. Like, I believe for thousands of years I have so many faces. You don't know my past. You don't know anything about me. And then Yas and Ryan get offended by that and go like, Doctor, what the fuck? Listen to me. We know you. Because all of this shit, they like basically have like an intervention with her to try and get her out of the sadness bit. And it works. It works a little bit, and you can see it in her face. Jodie Whittaker did such an amazing job this episode, by the way, because there were so many scenes at the beginning and the end, namely, when her expressions were perfect as to what emotions and thoughts were going through the doctor's head at the time, and you can tell. And just the entire time, it was just like, I'm looking at her, and it's like I can see that she's stuck in the sadness bit, and I'm seeing how Ryan, Yaz, and Graham are just shoveling her out of it. Just like, Doctor, get the fuck out of there, okay? Listen to us. Because this is who you are, okay? We've seen a lot thanks to you. We owe you a lot, and we've seen the amazing things you can do. You're the best person we know. A lot of the shit that you say is just amazing. A lot of the things that you do is just wonderful. You save people. You're the greatest thing ever, right? We know you because we see you, right? We've been hanging out with you for like, I don't know, like a year, 2 years. Doctor, we know you. And I don't give a shit about who you were in the past or you're going to be in the future. I can tell you right now, you're amazing. And that was enough. And you can see that the doctor is having this moment of like, oh my God, they're right. Like, she's processing the whole situation, and she's dismissing of the world. She feels like she's alone, and then everyone goes like, no, we're with you. We're with you all the way. Because you're wonderful. You're our friend. You're our family. We're family, Doctor. We've been together for maybe not as long as thousands of years, but that doesn't diminish the importance of the like year that we had together anyway. Like, this matters. We're family. We're together on this. I don't care, Doctor. And that got through. And you can see in Jodie's face that got through. And she's like, right. You know, like, you see that she's like shocked by that, but she's like, they are right. We're family. I shouldn't be dismissive of them. I shouldn't be keeping them out of the loop on purpose. I should be trying to talk with them. And this is something that bothered me immediately in Spyful Part 2 when she didn't talk to them about it. And then in subsequent scenes where the Gallifrey thing was of some relevance, she also didn't tell them about him. So the fact that now, finally, she told them about it, and she's actually opening up to them, makes me so happy, because that's just what I wanted. Okay? I feel like if we're gonna have this concept of a squad, it has to be a really, really knit together squad. They have to come together as family, and they're doing that. And not that they haven't done that already, but this is like a big hurdle, and they're overcoming it. They're trying their best in order to do so. And I like that the incentive of that is not on the Doctor, it's on everyone else. Everyone else is like, Doctor, we're helping you, okay? Listen to us. It's gonna be fine. We're here with you, okay? That was amazing. I love that. I love every second of that. Okay, we're going for 40 minutes. We haven't even touched Ruth. Well, I guess we have to now. I already talked about Jodie and how amazing she's done this episode with the Gallifrey stuff and her emotional state and her arc. I am very curious to see that, because like, this is just like the first time we're finally seeing this Doctor go through something. Because the entire time she's just been like happy. Or not happy, but like excited and honest and kind, and just like, she's just been great. But now she's actually at a really, she's in a pit. She fell, and now we gotta help her get back up. And that's what they're doing. That's what Ryan, Yaz, and Graham are doing. And I'm like, I like that. I like that a lot. A lot. So I'm just happy to see that. I'm just really happy to see that. Okay, so I'm gonna make a Patreon post just writing the words. Just gonna make a Patreon post that just says John Barrowman in all caps. and nothing else. And nothing else. Just because I think it's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyway. We need to talk about Dr. Ruth now. Or Ruth, or the Doctor. I'm just referring to her as Dr. Ruth. I don't know if that's how people refer to her as. Or just the Doctor, or like Ruth Doctor. I guess Ruth Doctor. Ruth Doctor sounds good. Ruth Doctor sounds good. So, the fuck? Right? The fuck? I don't know what to say. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's that this episode did not give me any answers. It just gave me questions. It gave me a full page of questions. And no answers. None. Zero. This episode was a setup for, I assume, what the season finale is gonna be. Maybe the like saga finale, like next season, maybe if we're doing 3-season sagas, something like that. I don't know what the format they're gonna be doing. But like, what the fuck? This, because like, Ruth kind of didn't matter. And then it's like, oh, I have an alter ego or whatever. And it's like, okay, what the fuck is that about? But then she's a doctor. And I immediately noticed that she was treating the doctor as if she was a companion. Which told me, you don't know who she is. But she doesn't know who you are. So the chameleon circuit, I like that we brought that back. That is a consistent thing. It was there in Human Nature. By the way, somebody told me that Human Nature from David Tennant era is actually like, it was actually a story in like a 7-Doctor novel. I want to know if that is true, and I want to know if there's like, I don't know, okay, what is the format of that novel? Is it like a comic, like a novel, like an audiobook? I want to know that, because I'm interested in that story. So if you know that, let me know in the comments. But she hid herself on Earth because why was that? She was being looked by Gallifrey, but why? She served under her, the one random woman from Gallifrey, and she wanted to run away from that. She hid herself on Earth. The other guy, Lee, he was an actual character. He was an actual Gallifreyan too. So the two of them were Gallifreyans. One was the Doctor and the other one was who the fuck? A Root Doctor companion? Well, he seemed to be Gallifreyan, so... And he was like he had like a Medal of Honor or something like that. Well, they killed him. I guess he's gonna come back. Well, I don't think he's gonna come back physically, but I think his mention is gonna came into some kind of explanation as to what the fuck. Right? The Ruth Doctor. I'm trying to think about what the fuck that is about, and I cannot come up with any answers. Because okay, the chameleon circuit. Can you use that on a different person? Okay. There is an episode of Doctor Who in that was the like Christmas / New Year, whatever, special for series 4. The first one called The Next Doctor. And in that episode we had a random ass motherfucker get the thoughts and memory that he is the... So maybe it's something like that. But she has a TARDIS. And it is a TARDIS. It has like the Xbox thing and everything. And the scanner said same person, which I don't know how that works because it's not the same body. Right? I don't know how that works because it's not the same body. But they don't have the same Okay. Is this connected in any way to the Timeless Child? I would assume it is. Because if we're following the fact that everything here is connected in some way, shape, or form to the end of the season, then we need to pierce together Jack Harkness, the Lone Cyberman, Gallifrey blew up, Root Doctor. Am I missing one now? What was it talking about? The Timeless Child, yeah. The Master, sure. There's so much shit. I cannot keep track of all of it. But Okay. I haven't watched that much of the Sixth Doctor's era, but I know about the Belliard because I'm trying to think of like alternate doctors, and I know that there is the Meta-Crisis Doctor. I know that there's the Belliard, and I guess we can say that there might be a doctor from another reality. And I know there's comics where we explore into that. I remember there was a comic where like they show you like an alternate version of like every doctor, and there was like an alternate version of the 10th Doctor that didn't save Wilfred, and he became like a fucking like an tyrant overlord that eventually got executed or whatever because he was evil. You know, something like that. So it can be an alternate dimension doctor, I guess. Here's the thing about the Belliard. I know about the existence of the Belliard. I don't know what exactly it is and how that got resolved. Because I haven't watched the Sixth Doctor's run, like, pretty much at all. I only seen, like, one episode, I think. And I don't know how that works. But I seem to remember that the Belliard was, like, the Doctor turning evil after, like, his 12th incarnation. Which I guess would have been Matt Smith. Or Capaldi, whichever you want to count. So could it be the Meta-Crisis Doctor? Well, no, because he wasn't Time Lord. He was human in physical body. Dude, I'm just confused. As to where this fits in. I guess there could be a possibility that, like, okay, I'm thinking that there could be a possibility that some fuckery happened at some point and we just don't know about it. So like either the Doctor or Ruth Doctor had their memory wiped or altered in some way where they just don't know things or don't remember something. I think I'm leaning more over towards like alternate universe theory or some shit because like Dr. Ruth had a gun and just kind of didn't give a shit, right? While our Doctor does give a shit, right? So fucking Root Doctor, I'm leaning towards alternate universe because it really seems like an alternate version of the Doctor. But what if we have some fuckery that happened at some point in the timeline to one of them, and they just don't remember the other, and they just don't remember the entire journey? or anything. Like what we really needed to ask was, hey, Ruth, which faces do you remember? And then we can maybe pierce something together. Like, that's something we should have said. That's something we should have asked. Unless Ruth was the first one. That would be some shit. If Dr. Ruth was the first Doctor, that would be some shit. But that doesn't work because the regeneration count, right? The whole thing with the time of the Doctor is the fact that he ran out of regenerations because everyone only gets 12. So you only get 13 faces. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, war, 9, 10, 10, and 11. So I'm leaning towards alternate universe theory. Doctor. Her and the Time Lady also seem, I say Time Lady, but she was a Gallifreyan. She wasn't a Time Lady. But they also didn't know about Gallifrey being blown up. So they're from either from the past, and we just don't know about them because some fuckery, or they're from an alternate universe. Also, I just had a thought. What about the timeless child? What if the time child is connected? I already said that, but I didn't go into that. What if... Okay, two things are coming to my mind. And it's, one, the timeless child. Second, the fact that the Master said they lied to us. They lied everything about who we are as a species, and that's why I kill them. Fuck them. And the question was, what did the Master figure out? What was so fucked or important or crazy that he just decided, I'm just gonna kill all of them for hiding this from me? I think he said something like, we're not what we think we are as a species. So, okay, crazy not theory time. What if Gallifrey is the second Gallifrey, or the third Gallifrey, or whatever number, right? Like, what if there was a Gallifrey, and there were Time Lords, and Gallifreyans that lived there, and then they got wiped or something, and then a new batch of Gallifreyan and Time Lords showed up, but through the timeless child that had the all conscious memory of everyone that died, managed to impart those memories into the new batch of Time Lords? Or not memories? I guess not memories, because they don't remember shit, but like a sense of self? I guess I'm saying souls, but souls are not real. Like, this is sci-fi, man, come on, it's not fantasy. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out how Timeless Child, the Master discovering something, the words that he used, coming together with the Root Doctor here. I think, and I feel like I'm doing this a lot now, especially in The Expanse. If you're watching that, if you're not, then that's it. But like, I feel like I'm doing this a lot of like, I don't know, so I'm just gonna shut up because I don't have a single clue about what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? That's what it feels like. It feels like I have zero information on the Root Doctor thing, on the Lee thing, on the Gallifrey shit, on the Timeless Child, on Jack, on the Lone Cyberman. I got nothing on any of that. So I can't do anything. I can't stipulate anything. I can only say random shit. And that's it. There's no basis for anything. Man. So I guess the one I'm going for is the alternate universe one. Let's just go with alternate universe, because how do you even explain anything else? But that's the thing, is that anything is possible, especially in a show like this one. Science fiction is like, whatever, man. You can find a device that just does magically what you need it to do in order for this to make sense within the time-space continuum. Fuck it, you know? So, I'm just gonna give up on the Root Doctor thing until they tell me, or give me some kind of answer or clues or whatever. Anyway, the final bit I feel like I need to talk about this episode is the lone Cyberman. So I want to go back to the episode where Jack talked about it. So Jack needed to go back, and he essentially wanted to give the Doctor a warning message saying, "Beware the lone Cyberman." An empire of evil in ruins right now, brought down to nothing. Finally. But that could all change if she doesn't listen to this message. To defeat them, the Alliance sent this thing back through time across space. And then she's like disappearing. And he's like, the nanogenes, always the nanogenes. Question, what are the nanogenes the thing in the empty child? Sorry, Dr. Dances? Nanogenes, Dr. Dances. Yeah, it was the nanogenes. I thought I got it. And I forgot to mention, but the nanogenes were a thing in Dr. Dances. So that's a callback to Dr. Dances. Good job, Jack. That was your first story. He's like, I gotta go. I gotta set the script to return. It should take you back to wherever you are. Don't give it what it wants at all costs. Tell her. He also said earlier that this was like, this thing was like, could mean the end of the universe if we don't fucking help it or whatever. So that's that. Cybermen are coming back, so no Daleks. That's fine. I legit like Daleks more than Cybermen, man. Legit, Cybermen are cool. So I'm excited to see where that goes. The lone Cyberman, so it's only one of them. Okay, lone Cyberman. Does the Doctor get turned into a Cyberman? Does the Master get turned into a Cyberman? Does Jack get turned into a Cyberman? Like, it has to be someone that matters. Like, right. Like, it has to. Because it's the lone Cyberman. It's one. It's not an army, it's just one. And if it's one, and the nature of Cyberman makes me think that it has to be someone of importance. Right? Don't give it what it wants. Don't listen to it. Okay. An empire of evil brought down to nothing. Okay, so that thing that he just said made me think of Gallifrey. Not the Cyberman. Made me think of Gallifrey. So, that train of thought I'm going through, it's like, are the survivors of Gallifrey, if there are any, or any other version in point in time of Gallifrey gonna be turned into Cybermen? And that's who's gonna be. Sent back in time in order to stop some... Everything Jack said was so cryptic that I'm like, motherfucker, could you be a little bit more direct, please? I'm trying to piece things together. Like, what you said might as well mean nothing to the Doctor. She's just gonna pierce everything together at the final second. Only when it's relevant, and not before. So she's not gonna be able to get to use that warning to be prepared. So, like... Okay. Is that everything? Is that everything in this episode? I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So we talk about Jack, John Barrowman, Mission Turret. I talk a lot about that. Root Doctor, Thierrys, Gallifrey. I like that the Doctor was looking for the Master. Because, like, that motherfucker burned down my town. Well, burned down the planet. Gonna get him. Or more specifically, she wants to get answers, I would assume. She wants to get answers as to what the fuck did he discover? What is this timeless child bullshit? Please tell me. So, that's something we want to figure out. Yeah. Just Captain Jack, Cyberman, Root Doctor, another version of the Doctor, another TARDIS. I like that there was a second TARDIS, by the way. And, man. I haven't talked for like an hour. Oh yeah, this was gonna be long. This was gonna be long, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but like, oh my god. Okay. Whew. I was not expecting an episode this hot halfway through the season. Fuck Spyfall, whatever the fuck that shit was. Fugitive of the Judoon. That's where it's at, bro. The title on this episode is not indicative of how cool it was gonna be. I'm okay, I'm dying here. Like, I'm super hungry. I am having trouble processing everything that just happened. It's late in the night. Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna go. I mean, I don't know if there is anything else to say. There's probably is, but I'm out. I'm out, dude. I'm just gone. I'm just gonna keep talking for forever if I don't do that. So, okay. That was it for Doctor Who Series 12, Episode 5. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this amazing episode of Doctor Who Reaction. If you would like to see the next one, it should be already up on Patreon as well as full length. Check first, by the way, just in case. So that's it, and see you next time, okay? Take care.